A lot of people are talking about Buff Bunny, but that's actually something that we are reviewing at this point.
Lord, my time has come. My time has come. Hello everybody, it's your boy N here. I'm coming at you guys with another YouTube video. So in this video, I'm not holding back. I'm gonna go on over what Nexon should 100% do to Bunny, or if not, go over what they should do, at least make some pretty nice suggestions as to what they should do with Bunny as well. So let's get right on into it. First off, let's fundamentally talk about Bunny for who she is. If you literally go on over to Bunny, you can see that her title tag is literally the Speedster. So Bunny is dedicated about speed. Speed is Bunny's niche. So let's talk about speed specifically with Bunny. Now you are able to make build synergies with Bunny, which means that you never run out of MP and you can sprint forever. I do have videos on this on my channel, so please do check them out. I will link some of them in the description below. But I feel like this is not enough. Now I have made a separate video going on over speed and what I think is a very important thing. The simplest takeaway is that you are able to achieve 1280 sprint speed, which is right next to the cap of 1300 simply with just a weapon. You can see in this gameplay with Bunny, I'm literally not even using my second ability because I'm basically running at sprint cap anyways. Now, I straight up think that Bunny should be able to break sprint cap. Now, sprint cap, like we've already mentioned, is 1300. I think with Bunny's second ability on, she should be able to reach 1800. 500 over sprint cap, giving her a marginal jump over all other Descendants. Remember, speed is literally Bunny's niche. That is what her entire character is based upon. Now, the way you could implement this could vary. Now, I was thinking that something along the lines of the longer you use her second ability, the more speed she builds up, with a red module equipped of course. And another way would be if you were to rework the first ability. Now, with Bunny's second ability being the way it is already, everybody uses it along with the third, maybe the fourth as well depending on the build, but nobody uses the first ability. You could simply rework this first ability to making it so that Bunny gets angry, does a slam into the ground and absolutely bolts off at absolutely insane speeds. Something like electric condense but on crack, so you know, make it absolutely insane. And then just generally rework Bunny's first ability into doing a ton of AoE. Just make it a slam into the ground instead of making it what it is, and allow it to do a little bit of AoE, knocking the enemies back or at least debuffing them. Because if you have a look at Bunny's first ability right now, you will see that once we start using it over here, it'll just stop us and slow us down and then basically just do a bit of damage here and there. If you weren't wanting to implement this, what I would say instead would just be allow us to just simply use this ability inside Bunny's second without it slowing us down, so we can maybe spam it depending on build, but that would be something that I think would be pretty cool just in general. Now let's talk about Bunny's third ability, the ability that we all love and the one that we all use the most when it comes to Bunny. Now I think that this should generally just be buffed overall. I'll make it so that you, with a full investment build, a good reactor and a good set of external components, can reach around about 1 million damage with a build. That's what I think should be the absolute limit. Don't allow it to go anywhere over 1 million, but allow us to hit like consistent 700 to 900,000 damages depending on the build. I think that that would be a good call. Now, along with that, increase the crit chance a little bit, so making it that crit builds are significantly more viable, because right now everyone will use a non-crit build, which is completely okay, but I also do want to have the option of running a crit build, because in some situations, like in Purge for example, I do believe that a crit build is better than a non-crit build, specifically for Bunny. Now let's talk about the fourth ability. The fourth ability right now is a beam style weapon that uses Bunny's arcade and then will also, you know, just do a bit of damage. Not a lot, just a bit. Now, straight off the bat, I would say buff the damage and also add AoE onto this. Make it so that once you do hit an enemy with this, they get electrified and they will spread it a tiny bit. That would be a simple and cool concept. Alternatively, completely replace Bunny's fourth ability with the electric condense counterpart. Make it so that electric condense is naturally her inbuilt fourth ability, along with electric condense having its speed buff and everything else that it already has. That would make it so that you could change up and add another red module, allowing you to completely change the fourth ability again. Electric condense is of course a massive change from Bunny's beam style of ability, so I think that having another style like that, or alternatively flipping the roles so that the beam is the one where you put the red module on and electric condense is naturally built in, would be the better option. Overall, electric condense is a better option. It is great at nuking elites, especially with a decent damage build. You can charge it and get yourself well over 1,000,000 damage depending on how long you charge. Usually it charges for 10 seconds to get the max amount of damage out of it, around about there depending on the duration of your build, but I think that would be another really welcome change. So let's talk about the state of Bunny right now. Now, if we were to talk about mobbing, of course, we have to talk about Iness, and we also have to talk about Freyna. Now, Iness is just on a high horse in some other city. We're not even going to bother going there. We all know Iness is just broken right now, and we're just waiting for the nerf to see how she compares after that. Now, with Freyna and Bunny, it is a very, very back and forth conversation. The main points being that Bunny can compensate with her speed, Freyna compensates with range, and I call all three of these Descendants part of the one brain cell trifecta, because you only need one brain cell to play them anyways. However, let's talk about the Freyna situation a tiny bit more. If Bunny was to have increased speed and increased damage, I think that she would 100% be better than Freyna. Now, Freyna fans are going to kill me for saying this, but Bunny would overall be better in that situation. I do love Freyna, do not get me wrong, and I just have to be real here. If Bunny was to get an increase in damage, even if it was a slight one, it would definitely compensate, as well as an increase in speed. Now, I'm not going to go on over the whole movement speed and sprint speed, additiveness and all that sort of stuff, because there is extra stuff coming into the game now anyways with the new update called Beyond the Void, so I'm waiting for that to release to see whether there's any actual difference. If there is, I will let you know. If not, then we'll never talk about it ever again. Don't worry. Overall, that does say that Bunny is touching, if not is better than Freyna. Now let's talk about Bunny versus Iness. The conversation we can have a million arguments over and still reach the exact same conclusion. Now I'm going to start off by saying Bunny is better than Iness, again due to her speed. Now I know you Iness players are saying that as soon as Iness gets her fourth, Bunny can't do shit. But at the same time, Bunny can completely negate Iness getting her fourth ability. I've been in several situations where I, as a Bunny player, have basically just outsped Iness off the bat and then just completely griefed them by killing everything before they've had a chance to do so. Even in this gameplay, you can see that the two Inesses that I am rocking with, they're not really keeping up with me too much, even though I'm not even using my second ability. I'm already at sprint cap, so that doesn't make much of a difference. But Bunny is capable of 100% griefing Iness, and it's very funny when it happens, because Bunny players have a massive complex about being the fastest one, and so do Iness players. Iness players have a massive complex about doing the most damage, and also being the fastest one. So, you know, it's a back and forth feud. I personally find it fucking hilarious, because I am on the Bunny side of this feud, so, you know, I'm gonna be backing all my Bunny players out there. But yeah, just generally, I do think that Bunny is overall better. Now, let me talk about why before you Iness players stab me in the gut. Now, Bunny has access to speed instantly. She's not reliant on mobs the same way that Iness is. Like I said, if I rob all the kills as a Bunny, Iness cannot do anything except wait until the next horde of mobs, or wait for one mob to get started. Other than that, Iness isn't really ideal for open world. She generally needs enemies that will survive and, you know, actually be able to tank, so she's able to build up her resources. But basically, overall, I would say Bunny is better. One, because Bunny's completely self-reliant, and I've already shown builds where you can make her infinite. But just generally, that is the main bit I'm going to go on over. I could make a whole 20-minute video on this, but I'm not going to do that for my sake and for yours. But yeah, that is what I think should generally happen to Bunny. So, if you agree, smash that like button. And if you are new here, please do consider subscribing. I do plenty of videos on the first Descendant. But yeah, that's basically this video. Smash that like button, everybody. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.